Sorry about that. I have some other issues going on. Oh, okay, good. My mic is working. Yay! I had to do like a huge restart of my computer right before stream. And I had to fix and reset my camera. Great. Also, my fridge broke over the weekend, and we have like just like a little mini fridge that we're using to store our stuff, but we keep ordering food. We keep ordering like our normal amount of food, so we're a leftovers household for sure. And then we have to figure out where to store all that food. But because we don't have a place to put it, we're just like, oh, well, we'll eat it all. So now everybody is full and cranky and tired, and that includes me, especially. I'm very full and cranky and tired. But I'm excited to play. I'm really excited for Tavern Talk. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get the game started in the background. Oh my gosh. Oh my, you poor kids have just been listening to like really loud music for like the last 2 minutes. Sorry. Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and get Tavern Talk started in the background. I'm a little nervous to play it, if I'm being honest, because it's gonna be me reading lines for like however long we're playing today, um, which is probably going to be a long time because I want to get through as much of it as possible. Because we are not playing until we're playing today, and then we're not playing again until Saturday. And then we have other stuff to move on to. I want to get back into Stardew. So we're gonna actually, this will be like one of our first games that we actually finish all the way to the end. And it might take us a little bit, but Coffee Talk was pretty short. I'm anticipating, and so was Coffee Talk 2. I think I was able to finish it in like 3 or 4 days of playing on my own. Tavern Talk is new. I'm excited. We'll get to mix potions for people. We'll also get to make and set up like quests and get involved in people's personal lives. And that's just something that I think is a really great evolution from Coffee Talk 1 and 2. Because in that we weren't able to set up so much quests as we were able to like hold on to items and give them to people at the right time. I believe that's also another aspect of this. But I'm really looking forward to it. Wow, my computer's just started taking off in the background. Full rocket mode. Hold on, let me plug in my phone. But yeah, other than that, we're just gonna be chilling. I will be reading a lot of words. Because of the nature of how my body works, the more I talk, the more I need to blow my nose. So, but I've luckily I've been watching a lot of other streamers' streams, and they also blow their nose. So I'm not going to be nervous about it anymore. I'm just going to take care of my face and my body as needed, as dictated by said face and body, and y'all can deal with it. Like I'm done editing it out of videos and VODs. I'm like 3 weeks behind. Sorry, 3 weeks behind on editing because of how much work I put into editing out like breaks and pauses and nose blows and discuss and like outside discussions that don't have anything to do with the game. It's added like hours and hours to my editing time in a way that I don't feel is like actually productive for me. I think a lot more of my energy is better spent like preparing stream and developing things for the actual act of streaming than it is for editing VODs to look good on YouTube. I'm just not at a point where I can do that efficiently and in a way that can be done like well. Like quickly and good is just not something that I'm currently capable of doing with my YouTube channel. So we're just going for quickly. We're sacrificing quality because I don't have the time. But anyway. Already we're here with like the really good music, so I'll slip on my headphones for once. I don't think this is voice acted, so again, I will have to just read things. There might be some, like, minor effort noises, like gasps or so, looking forward to that. We'll see how it all goes. Alright. I'll switch over to desktop gaming. Oh! Is it gonna work? There we go. Why does it do that every time, I swear? Alright. Now, I think this is also the last time I played Coffee Talk and Coffee Talk 2 was on the Switch, which I think is a really nice way to play. This will be the first time I'm playing a game like this on my laptop, so we'll just see how the UI works in relation to that. But it should just be fine. Point and click is point and click. I have... See, I used Beishi, so I'm torn. I think we'll stick with They then. If this is playing off of a similar thing.
In a world far, far away. In a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern.
Oh my gosh, this is us.
A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose.
Oh,
But
cute.
I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know.
I actually love this.
Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh, it's cute. Hiya, Innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? I did turn down the rate of how the words type out because I thought it would be easier to read. So hopefully it'll be good. Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes. Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same... I'm sorry, the what? The same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Some roasted nuts are good, though, so I don't know. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. I didn't know that. Should we take note that they're allergic to nuts and we shouldn't put them in a drink? Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very fun. Oh, okay, don't actually do that. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that even count as an adventure? No. I think that counts as a mistake. So what you're saying is that you're missing some spice? Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. Ah, oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes. Yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. Oh no. So, a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. You tried adding some zest to your soup. I feel like you ever tried visiting a circus, huh? Well, perhaps you could find something fun there. I'm not into the whole circus thing. Clowns scare me. I always think they have ulterior motives. They do have ulterior motives. The way they look at me with their empty eyes and wide smiles, scary. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things I never lived through, if I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. The same green. Why is this soup green? I don't think I've ever had a green soup except for maybe like split pea. But that's like rare. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Fable is so cute, by the way. Look at them. I would love this little outfit. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. Aww. That sounds like a good song opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. Oh, I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. Oh, cool, we have character information unlocked. What is that? Oh, they're 110 years old. They them pronouns. Ranger, Ashen Grove, Neutral Good. Oh, that's cute. I like the Alignment edition. That's nice. Arcana the Hanged Man. Oh, okay. Fable Verafina is a ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul and a regular at the Wayfarer's Inn. They dream of being an adventurer but are troubled by severe anxiety about, well, everything really. Their nut allergy probably doesn't help either. That's cute. I hope that'll continue, I guess. That, like, their profiles will get more complex. I can just imagine, like, us as an imp keep scribbling down notes about people while they're talking to us. Okay. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you could write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? We're gonna make a drink. We're gonna make a drink. Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? That's a great question. Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long, and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Yes. Really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. What a cutie patootie. What are you? Look at this little guy. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. Oh, I have a little nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Endu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? He's like a little dragon. That's so cute. Well, usually I start out by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. Sorry. If I did, I want to look for specifics. I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with the sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles to the right. Oh, just these? There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. Okay, so D&D stats. Okay. It's weird to have those bottles. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Amdu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okay. So what's this? Okay. That's our pause button. Then we have the order, which is Swift Strike. Draw recipe. Okay, it looks like I have watched like the demo for it, so we do have to pour whatever thing highlights, like when I hover over this top. Oh, they're kind of oriented here with what point on the chart they match up with. So take this and we'll pour it until it touches the top over there. Okay. And then we need just a little bit of brain power. Okay. It looks like it touches like the outer bit of the star here. Okay, and then we need another one that touches the outer bit of the star there. Oh, and then it tells us. Oh, okay. Press the bell. Primordial vortex. Ooh, wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Oh, that's so cute. Thanks for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared that they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but what? Never mind. We have a mysterious visitor. Oh, look at this other area of the room. We have a little jackdaw. And a strange tentacle coming out of one of the pots. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Okay. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. Also a cutie patootie. We love him dark and brooding, truly. Okay. So what recipe was it? A spoken heart, it says? Alright. So then we should pour till it touches the outer edge. Okay. And pour a little bit of the fighty juice. Oh, there we go. And then a little bit of the defensive juice. It's an interesting combination to have. There we go, spoken heart. Oh, it's kind of cute. This should be digestible, maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Jesus Christ. Rumor unlock. A banshee is haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully, hyperbole. So it looks like we are gathering rumors. Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Fine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes, no, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. That's so cute! Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? Oh, not the little tears. I think so, yes. What if... It's wrong to leave, though. What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Cutie patooties. Oh, hello. The werewolf and coffee talk was the best, so hopefully this is also another cutie patootie. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Carolyn. I hope I'm saying that right. Carlin? I think it's Carolyn. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Car. Lynn, what can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No quests for me, but I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in, Trigarin? Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Okay, so we have a new rumor. The Bukakin? Carolyn told me about a werewolf who is roaming around Trigarin, a potential threat to villagers. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Barove? Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving it up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Are we talking about Twilight? Nah. That just split society into two camps, Team Werewolf or Team Vampire. Which one are you, Innkeep? Team Werewolf. Is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. How about you? What did you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you that you could pass as a werewolf? Yes, all the time. Oh, wow, that made her really angry. At least twice a day. Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Oh, jeez. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that southern werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? On any dog, trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Care. Lynn. Oh, her little ears. It's not that hard. Either Care or Lynn. I think we're gonna call her, Lynn. Gotcha, Lynn. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered-down bunk instead. Okay, something with a lot of strength. Which of our recipes does that? I believe this is strength, right? Oh yeah, it tells us up here that they want... Oh. Maybe I should move my camera to the other side for you guys. Let's do that. Let me just move everything over for a little while. There we go. Now you guys can see everything. Great. I also made my camera a little bit smaller for this so that you guys can see everything. But over here, it has our little order and stuff, so. Alright. You guys not see my mouse? Oh, weird. Okay. Anyway, so we're looking for something with a lot of strength. I think it's the Southern Brawler. So let's draw the recipe. Wait, what did it say about the drink that we're making? The Southern Brawler is the perfect combination of offense and defense, dominated by the piquant aroma of Ignis, so fire. This drink is served fiery hot or ice cold, depending on the kind of fight you're looking for. Huh. I wonder how that works. So how do we... Would we, like, have to heat it up or something? There we go. And it looks like it does take a little bit of charisma. Oh. There we go. Just a little bit of a dump. Eating mistakes away, use undo for the first time. Cute! There we go, Southern Brawler. Fantastic. A drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad, just what I was craving, thanks. Where will we head from here? Perhaps back west through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will ya? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. Oh, we get to arrange things. An unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting the West. Undead snails are being accused of eating crops. This apparently poses a problem. Werewolf has previously been seen in Everley, a southern town, a nomad, or do they just have a goal? Werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. It seems like... Okay, but we'll put all the werewolf ones over here. It seems like there's quite a lot of them, though. Okay. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the West, so might as well humor her. Make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself? Something like that, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. Oh, jeez. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumors from me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups, but sure, for more work I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, well, let's look at the character information for Lynn. Oh, look at the cute little icons. Oh. She's a... I keep reading that as a Volcakin, but it's Vukakin or Vukakin. Oh, I think it's Vukakin, because Vukakin does not sound appropriate. I guess like a Vulpix. She's 36. She, her. She's a beast slayer. She's from Erove. My eyes twitching. She's also she's chaotic good. So Fable's neutral good. And Carolyn is chaotic good. But her arcana is the chariot. Oh, that's cool. Lynn is a strong and fearless beast slayer with a taste for strong drinks, big swords, and even bigger muscles. She despises small talk in any way or form, and understandably for her, keeps her distance from werewolves. Wouldn't like being mistaken for one either. Interesting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them going to waste. Use some help. Fine. I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal, so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Lynn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you two. Alright then. Let's assemble this quest. We're making a quest! Okay. Oh, okay, so maybe it's the vocal kid. Carolyn told me about a werewolf. Potential threat to visitors, and then maybe that. Recent Volcakin passed by the Wayfarers and reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tragan from Tregaron. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tregaron from this werewolf mayhem? Seems good to me. And then I think the other ones are different colors and patterns because they'll match other rumors later. Oh, we're feeding our little guy. We're sweeping up our shop. Oh, this is cute. I guess we're going to bed. Now the other thing was, in Coffee Talk, they had like little news clippings so that you could keep up to date on what was happening because there was like societal events going on. Hopefully maybe that'll be what happens here in a little bit. Hold on. See, the problem is I let my dogs come into my room. So today is just going to be one of those days where I'm like a little bit more allergic than usual. But I think that's okay. That's why I have a lot of water, because it should help. Alright, Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn. Scene 2, Prelude to Bravery. 28th of the Wake. Oh, interesting. What's the wake? Is that like spring? Oh, there's a little cuckoo. Ooh, quest taken. Who's that guy back there? What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregaron. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday. Not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even, preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. Ah, I am good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. The background. Uh-oh. Okay. And... That's funny. Maybe I wanted the quest? Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me, and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier, because they are also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you've got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. I absolutely adore Fable. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf. Or talk to the werewolf. Which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead? And then the tree would be mad at me? But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead. Because the werewolf... That took a quick turn. Oh my god. My eye is twitching so bad. Ugh. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. No, truly though. I used to love this Fable X Werewolf. Also, hello. Welcome in, Abby. We just pretty much got started. I know that we're like an hour in, but we're only on the second day, so... this is Fable, who is allergic to nuts. As we have learned. Allergic to nuts usually gets something called the Swift Strike, and is looking to get their first quest ever, but they're very scared about it. They're also super cute, and kind of look like a Genshin Impact character. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I! Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly, I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I bet slime's less anxious than you. You're so cute. You've met slimes. My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones. Only to slimes. Ah. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. They are definitely Marcel from Dungeon Meshi and Venti from... the outfit is very Venti from Genshin, 100%. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general, I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest, it seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? Oh yeah, Fable is also trying to go on adventures so that they can write cute little songs that go along with them. Sorry, cleaning my glasses. A very important part of the day. The prelude of an of an epic fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms. Oh, I said that, and then that ended up being the line. They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might... Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light and the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. God. So cute. Like the Mary Morgan incident. What Mary Morgan incident? Or my first encounter with the amaranthine hydra. Oh yeah, apparently there's an adamanthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon or something. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. The Mary Morgan incident? Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia. Word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Tregarin recommended me. Oh, that's nice. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it had to go wrong. Oh no. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before, but this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears and I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take, past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. Oh no. You know, of the Mary Morgan, yes, the wrathful spirit that's known to drone men. Oh no. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. Ooh, rumor unlocked. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. I wonder if... Okay. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of everyone of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. Well, it looks like now we have... Oh A wyvern chimera resides in the Quag Mangrove and enters wherever you might be on its menu. Cute! They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. Yeah, but I didn't. Your first encounter with the Hydra? Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane Avalon. I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven. But I thought since it has fire breathing, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the amaranthine Hydra. I'm having such a hard time pronouncing that word. And I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around. And how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice, all hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. That's a very good advice. I suppose you have a point. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had been just once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. Oh my god. Fable is me. I am Fable. Of course, a little luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice bouquet, you know. Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the weeping Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby! All day long, when I plucked them, they released their spores, and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is if they're the wrong flowers. Poor baby. Imagine if I had offered them to the adventurers, or worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't think gifting others flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made for a good story to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about it with me. More at me. Maybe they would laugh with you if you choose not to run away. You seem to assign a cruel sense of humor to people that haven't actually shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself. That would be nice. Yeah, fables me. 100%. I always assume people hate me more than they do. Or at all. Or that I'm doing anything that's super embarrassing. And then I'm like, oh, well what if they think that I'm stupid or silly? And then it's like they have absolutely no this Keeper's my therapist actually. No, literally though. Literally. It's like, no. People don't think about you the way that you think about you. For better or for worse, but usually for better. In my experience, at least. Now that I'm old. Innkeeper? Oh, for heaven's sake. Innkeeper? Yes? Do you like spending time with me? Yes, Fable, I do. Really? Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. Please never stop coming around. I won't. You make me feel a lot less alone. Thank you. That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here. You better not go anywhere. Not planning on it. Every time that happens, anytime like any character says that in a game, it always makes me nervous. It's like, no, I'm not planning on going anywhere. Are you sure? Are you sure the plot isn't planning on you going anywhere? Anyhow, you seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be, when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. Can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like, on a quest. For example. Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? What if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you could do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by, and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away really quick. That's the spirit. Okay. I, Fable, a great gardener and future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Oh, that surprise round. It's all D&D references. I love it. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lycan after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Okay, what should we do? Should we do dexterity or charisma? So the thing with the werewolf, is... so we get these little extra rumors and stuff, and these two are matched together and these two are matched together, but we had one with the werewolf, and the thing is werewolves, apparently any like dog type creature likes fetch, so there is like an opening for charisma to happen, but dexterity is important, especially if something goes wrong and they need to get away. I'm leaving charisma. I feel like it'll be a very interesting outcome. Because somebody, the one who gave us the quest, also said that sometimes, like, older, I don't know, they're called Vulcan, Vukakin, it's spelled weird, sometimes get mistaken as werewolves. And I'm like, is that what's happening? Is that what's actually happening here? I think charisma might be best. So we'll do, spoken heart is the charisma one. Alright, we need a little bit to go into strength, and then a little bit into defense. There we go. I love this whole thing. Look at how pretty it is. Okay. And then we activate our portal. This should do it. Everyone looks so scared. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. But farming. No wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. They're so pretty. I love the little tentacle animation in the background. It's so silly. And the cute little jackdaw. Oh yeah, so this is the quest for the werewolf. A recent Vukakin passed by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tregarin from Ereve. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and villagers. Apparently, look at this cute little drawing though. Apparently werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tregarin from this werewolf mayhem? So, you know, it could be okay, it could be bad. What is this? Huh. I wonder if there's other places we can go. Interesting. There are a lot of farmers in Tavern, and I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk to myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Yeah, no negative self-speak in this inn. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking the quest, so... I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seemed like something you might enjoy. Phoenix chilies! They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us. Oh, exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Yay! I hope Fable will be alright. I also hope that they'll be okay. Oh, it's so pretty. I love all the little light motes floating around. I wonder how you do that, because I want that on my OBS screens. I want floating little pixels and stuff. What a time. I hope they don't run into a clown. Or maybe they should. They could become friends. Fable the mighty hero and their best friend, the magical clown. Doesn't that sound good? Oh, hello there. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? I love... Look at this little edgelord. Drink. Yes, yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine. Thank you. Alright, I guess we have to make another spoken heart. We got a baddie with a soft interior, I'm sure. Yes. Oh. I'm sensing a mask. A true edgelord, to be sure. There we go. Activate our magical portal. I like that he's like this brooding thing, and then is like, I would like the cutest drink possible. I want it to have little hearts. A spoken heart just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. We're so mean, I love it. Good attempt, perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more, might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Oh, charming. He left just like that. How rude. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh! Who are these two? Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Ugh, not another one of those empty babblers. I confidently say I'm all but empty. That's what they all say. Seems they've given you more dialogue options than most, but that don't convince me just yet. How... I love this game. It's so self-referential in a way that I can't... Does this count as self-referential, or is it just that it's making fun of the fantasy, like, innkeeper who, you know, says the same thing every time you click on him? Is that just generally referential? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Of course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Would surprise me if there was any brain inside that skull. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. Sure. I must agree. You look more delicious than they usually do. Look at this silly little guy. Are we a skeleton? I think that'd be kind of funny. gentle ribbing. I believe so, yes. I agree. Thank you, though I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Oh, he looks so sad at that. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? That, what thing? Ah, my cape! Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fella on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you? Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? We just did. Oh, you just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. No, you can't have it, but I'll let you know what it is. It's so cute. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette Dusang. Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette Dusang. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. Okay. So that I have a feeling that that would mean the Southern Brawler. That's blue. That's orange. Purple. Lighter blue. I think this one is supposed to be the right one. Okay, and then a little bit of charisma. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh! There we go. Don't be alarmed by the gaping maw in the left corner. That's just Andu. Here we go. Southern Brawler. Oh. Oh. Put your mouth away, please. That's terrifying. Do I eventually unlock auto potions? I don't know. We'll have to see. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious, very alive. Maybe as a chaser you could let me have a bite. No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet. Yeah. Skip. Skip. That's so mean. Just serve me something strong, something that feels durable, tough like a mountain or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. We haven't made a frosted lagoon yet. Oh, goodness. Oh. There we go. And we have room for the others. Need a little bit of strength. And a little bit of charisma. Here we go, Frosted Lagoon. Pink. Yay, primordial portals. A taste of herb just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see you are many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine. Guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me, deep in the mountains of Dolvemir, with my trusty axe and a good drink by me side. There I was, minding me own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp, gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And the sun kills you? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Kyle has no clue what's going on. Kyle is completely unaware. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel, and dug, and hit, and dug, and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food, she dug out me! We're silly food. She dug out me! And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Beruvia. And perhaps it can even get me a handy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did? Please allow me to ask the question. What was that deal again? I get you to Beruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet. In return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Oh, character information. Okay. So we have Kyle. Vampire question mark. Be him. Eridu? Where? Okay. Chaotic neutral, and his arcana is the Fool. And then we have Rhea, the dwarf, 175. That's pretty old. She, her, blacksmith, lawful neutral, the world is her arcana. Rhea is a hot-headed dwarf and pretty rough around the edges. She's not a fan of meaningless copy-paste NPC talk, whatever that means. And seems to have caught herself a lost vampire while digging for gold. Unfortunately, or so she claims, she is now stuck with him. Where did you see your cape? Don't even bother, it's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Bought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, dead undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put my capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. So you could wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Wardrobe. Truly the Fool. Truly the Fool is the correct arcana. I absolutely adore Kyle. Yes. Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you? We could? Phenomenal! I could put out a quest for you, but for that we need a little more information. Good luck with that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Stretch in Beruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing trick- Oh, it's an invisible cape. It's playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what... Oh gosh. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding! Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape. To show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Ooh, rumor unlocked. Bad blood. Vampire last saw. Okay, we have quite a few. Congratulations, are you still married? Ugh, of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape! Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast, her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago. No ring on that finger, guy. I had my heart taken out centuries ago, but my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps, innkeeper, that's your name, right? Sure. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where can a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the Abyss of Dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn. Queen of Darkness. Temptress of Men. Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Oh god. That's true. Okay, so we have these three. Look at the cool S. They spelled it with the cool S. Alright, so that's a grouping of 3. Once we get to a grouping of 3, we have a full quest available. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Alright, Frosted Lagoon. I love the little drink mixing. Activate the portal. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. I love her little golden tooth. That's so cute. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh. Oh, right. Innkeeper. Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin. I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Mathilda used to harness the power of a chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera? Rumor unlocked. Chimera's sunscreen. Oh. And we have a grouping of 3! Yeah! A beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragon Stagard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast? I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. Oh. Look at him cry. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal. Oh, nay. Forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, and ooze goop, I'd be no match for a beast. No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? Character information unlocked for Kyle. Ooh. Okay. A peculiar visitor, looking everywhere for his beloved cape. However, it seems that he has definitely lost more than just that, possibly also a few of his memories. And his marbles. He was once married to Lady Evelyn, a vampire countess residing in Marrow Castle, and enjoys sunbathing, maybe a tad bit too much. He has to stop doing that. As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that part. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say, Innkeep, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, do you perhaps have a room or two? Possibly a room with sunlight? Without sunlight, wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing, I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real person one day. How rude. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. I love them. I love them very much. Okay. Okay. A quirky vampire is looking for his cape. He seems to be a bit confused, wanting to go out for a stroll and stunt. The vampire last saw his cape on a wedding day, before he was wed to Countess Evelyn at the Flit on the Wrath Peak. Okay, let's write it. It says, on a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape. A senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape. Well, what is this little floating thing down here? I think this is, perhaps the little leaves? Okay. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak, ventured to the peak, and dared to retrieve the long-lost cape, but beware, she might be invisible. Okay, so that includes all the details they need. Okay. Is this correct? Maybe we put the request first, because we want to make sure that we get the saliva. Deep in the Quagman Grove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist, its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Hopefully that works well. the instructions that chimeras are afraid of mice was clear enough on that. It feels like it wasn't. Okay. I am going to take a little bit of a break, because talking for almost 2 hours is really hard, on me. But I will take a little 10-minute break, and I will be back, refreshed. But yeah. I will see you. Alright. In a little bit. I don't know why I'm saying toodles as if I'm leaving. Anyway. Okay, I'm alive. Hold on. I'm alive and I'm adjusting my desktop audio. Oh my gosh. What a day. What a fun day. I got these little, like, chocolate covered candy. Or, well, sprinkle covered chocolates, really. And I have been chowing down on them. That was a very productive 10-minute break. I have turned my heat seater back on. Hold on. My seat heater. Nobody knows this, but I'm chronically cold, and so anytime I'm sitting at my desk, I am sitting on a heating pad. I know you're not supposed to do that, especially not on, say, the highest temperature or anything, but alas, I do it because I'm cold. I'm a chilly little bean, and thus I need it. But it turned off because it has an auto off feature because I'm safe. Turned off, and now I've turned it back on, so we're good. I am now cozy. I am soon to be lubricated. Hold on. Alright, we are lubricated. That doesn't sound good, but it sounds a little bit better than the word moist, so I'll take it. And we're gonna keep going. I'm also glad that I moved myself over here. Because then you can see the orders that we're getting. I don't know, I feel like over here is okay. That's just me. Oh, it's so pretty. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some Fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Ooh. I loved Coffee Talk 1 and 2 because we were low-key kind of like omniscient, and it was very clear that there was something about the bartender, and I guess in our case now the innkeeper, that makes them like more like inhuman, but like superhuman almost. I think the end of Coffee Talk 2 revealed something, but I can't remember what it was. I know Werewolf Girlfriend. Oh, you are here. We know Lynn. Lynn's the ones who told us about the werewolf. But not the werewolf themselves, but we'll see. So, innkeep, a drink for me, and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. I like their little ears moving. You look alive. Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well, and with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them. Hooray! The charisma potion was correct. Yes. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's fable. Whatever. Yay, Fable, you did a good job. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. That's not what's not to get. A lot. I think they are confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest lid. I didn't. Was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon of the quest fable. Right, the quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of the Tregaren right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards. Oh, maybe we should... Maybe there's a map? The Werewolf of Detours until sunrise. Oh yeah. So over here, this is Tregaren. See the Wayfarer's Inn. Okay, so we're here. And she was able to make... They were able to make their way over? Is this the Ashen Grove? Oh, I see. Okay. They come quite a far ways to our tavern all the time, if they live in the Ashen Grove. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight, well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank God, you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage, and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person? Or an insane one? It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you? A guard?" I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And then and when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes, gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws, he looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So, you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the werewolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear, that old expletive. Hey, why can't I say that? Expletive. What the expletive? Okay. Welcome in, random person. I don't know how to respond to that, but I will look at it later. Alright. Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Oh. Ah. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon. Smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. I haven't seen that old man in years, was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant, fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left, ran away, without a word, left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. And always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone else as possible, idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Oh, look at her cute little blushy cheeks. Oh. Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. Oh. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. Sounds rather dangerous. It was. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop two angry wolves? Oh, well, Anyway. Mood. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it, but he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known he'd help, we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, we would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. Oh, sorry. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or Bukakin things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness, and the unwillingness to ask for help. I love her ears so much. They like tilt when she talks. It's so cute. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept this apology. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Feder and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword to his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with the cure he could still barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now, and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. There's 7 moons, and there's werewolves in this universe? How is that supposed to work? That sounds like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent moose. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one. Exactly. I like that. I enjoy that as well. So after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah! Said something about being for you, Innkeep. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh? Do we get a new decoration? Oh gosh, I hope there are. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. That wasn't that hard, was it? Ah, well. So, a drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean, make me the usual. Strength never gets old. Okay. I want to be able to do other... I wonder what the sparkling nebula would be. That'd be very nice. But we have to do the Southern Brawler. I hope we get to learn infusion soon, too. Oh, oh. Blah. There we go. Metaphysical portal. Surprise. Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. We do this professionally. Babel, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like, that's a swift strike back to my senses. I've had a stressful day. Night. Morning. Sequence of events. Right, so it's another swift strike then. It is their favorite. Okay. Oh, I love, look at how, the place where we hang this. And then it re-extends. That's so cute. Okay, then we want a little bit of defense. Just enough. And a little bit of brain power. So strike. Cute. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. I love the little leaves. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They look like they're going to pass out at any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. I know, it's so cute. I love the little leaves. And then like the shape of the drinks. It's just good. It's just good. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Aw, she's so happy. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you later. Aw. Turn. Aw. Don't cry. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes, I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. You considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. Fable is very charming. Fable is super cute. I love them very much. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? Oh, that's a very tall order. Ha. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should just ask Carolyn first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a... Why do we keep on talking about not always being here? And then hoping the world doesn't come to an end? It feels suspicious. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. I hope they get good sleep. The world is always ending. Classic Batman. It is. It's definitely a habit. Ooh! Oh! He doesn't have a hood on. What a cutie little poop. Good evening to you two. Oh, you took a quest. This quest, it wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? Kinda cute when he's angry. No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle. Get the cape. I mean... yes. Uh-huh. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if somebody would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes? It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has? Once. Had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night? Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure, yes. Would guess that she looks pretty dead below that. Look at his little cape stands up. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interesting. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside. Are we selling our own blood? Whose blood are we selling? We skipped right over that. We actively changed the whole trajectory of that conversation. Whose blood are we selling? Whose blood is it? It's almost definitely ours. I feel like it's vegan blood, at the very least. I don't think that we're some sort of evil force in the world or anything. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. For a goth. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my little my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair. Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a little bit empty. We can have trinkets. We can decorate. Yes! Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Secrets. Secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before. Just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy, I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. He thinks that Fable is adorable. Interesting. A joke from Zephyr would go down smooth. Oh, I'm sorry. I should start asking which ones you guys want to do. But I am one for playing into his little like edgelord routine that he's going for. I'm like, I too sell secrets. And he's like, another secret keeper. For some reason that is fun for me. Oh, hold on, I think my mic is peaking just a little bit for you guys. Okay, there we go. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. Is that a cute little blush that he has? Or is that just his face? You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions. Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? Hold on. Ooh, we would not. Well, let's see what the different infusions are. Frozen pine cone. It is sometimes hard to tell which ones are magical ingredients and which ones are just regular frozen pine cones. Either way, they seem to get the job done. Frost armor. Frost armor is the ultimate solution when it comes to protection against anything, whether physical or magical. A bit cold, you might, but nothing a blanket can't fix. Fey crystal. Much like the playful Fey they are named after, Fey crystals deceive. They are not actually crystals, but magical plants made by Seelie sages wishing to share their magic gifts with the world. It gives you invisibility. Invisibility is the perfect aid for stealth quests as well as hunting. Very helpful for avoiding fights entirely. Phoenix chili. The rare phoenix chili is found Oh, the rare phoenix chili is found negatively only near the charred valleys of the burning peaks. Though an invasive species, it is delicious. Oh. If it's an invasive species, why is Fable growing it? Fire resistance is great when fighting enemies that wish to burn you to ashes. Helps a bunch when fighting draconic creatures, but does not help protect against lava. Interesting. I think a Fey crystal is what would be ideal, but let me know. For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some Fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. Oh, that is important. The Fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible, eventually, and for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. Oh, that doesn't sound reliable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. We've made very clear that she's a vampire. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing. Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? Oh, I'm a little torn. Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first, and adjust the drink from there. Oh, okay. Let's give it a try. Okay, so we have frozen pine cones and Fey crystals. It looks like there's also room up here. Oh. Maybe I should move myself back into the other corner. Hold on. I should really group those together. Anyway, you can see now. There we go. So we have our Fey crystals and our pine cones. It looks like Fey crystals increase intelligence and dexterity. Frozen pine cones do strength and defense, but they subtract from dexterity. Oh. He's fairly dexterous already. I am worried about Lady Evelyn, because if she was, well, okay, it's not that Kyle is intelligent enough to evade her, but she has stolen his cape. But I'm also wondering if, so like, clearly she's dexterous and she's very sneaky, and it'll be easy to like detect him. So maybe strength would be better because I feel like she's gonna attack him. But also, maybe the two invisibilities will cancel each other out, and his innate dexterity will help him. This one's hard. I'm leaning towards Fey crystals still, though, in the hope that two invisible people can see each other. My thinking about Lady Evelyn is that evading her will eventually allow her to be a guest at the tavern. There are a few guest characters available that was mentioned. Not that they're like main characters, but they are like considered guests. I want to see them too. That's a good point. Alright. Okay. Okay. We will draw on the board a swift strike. But we will start with the infusion. How do I infuse? Oh, there we go. Okay, so put it down there. And that increases it each to the tip of the star. Okay, so now we can do the dexterity. And then we need to do the defense. It does reduce his strength, which makes me admittedly a little nervous. But I'm hoping... I hope he doesn't die. Oh, it matches him. Wait, him and Fable. He says that Fable's cute. And they get the same drink, and it suits them both. Oh, that's so cute. I shipped them already. And definitely not because I've seen any spoilers or anything. No, I saw some artwork on the main page earlier, and I'm just like, why are those two next to each other? Suspicious. Doesn't look like it reduces it beyond 0, though. That's true. Plus, he's a very innately stealthy person, so I think he'll be okay. I'm hoping that his skills will save him at the very least. I don't think anybody's gonna die. Although, if this was like an actual thing, then yeah, they could die. But like, this is a cozy game, so I don't think they're gonna die. I am worried. Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath? Not quite, but that's a good name. Maybe I steal it? May I steal it? You don't have to ask permission before you steal something, Innkeep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. Oh, that's interesting. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Ha. Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fierce, you vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. That makes 2 of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me. Goodbye, Innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. Oh, so are there gods? Are there gods and they're called the realm keepers? That's cute. If you do not. Speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Oh, character information! Look at him! Look at his little sketchy sketch. If these are our little drawings, we're a very good artist. We're absolutely adorable. Okay, so Fable is 110. Zephyr is 25. Eve, Rogue, Themsis, Chaotic Good, the Noon. Aww. Yes. Zephyr is a difficult character, to say the least. They're so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy routine that they seem to be stuck talking or brooding. Like 1-2. He likes all these things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does. I honestly think Fable, Lynn, and Zephyr as a party would be really nice. I think they'd get along very well. Maybe Zephyr and Lynn probably wouldn't get along very well, but, you know. They'd still do well, I think. Or well. Or for a better end. Oh, jeez. Aw, she looks so happy. Oh, she took a quest. I'm taking this quest. And a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. Was hard to get up. Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up. That'd keep me up too. Something strong. That will wake you up and keep you up. Well, if we're just... Oh, okay, it tells us what order it is. You can't see it underneath my little face, but it does have the little sword with the 3 drops. So we'll do another Southern Brawler. That seems to be the drink that she'll always get. At least as a start. Okay. There we go. Revives your... Yeah, right? Revives your synapses. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. I would probably have gone with the Sparkling Nebula if her order card didn't explicitly say have the little strength sword. Like if it was something else or even a question mark, I probably would have chosen the Sparkling Nebula. But I have a feeling that that's more of like an intelligence leading drink. And I don't think she's looking for intelligence. It doesn't sound good. Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. We're just gonna stare at each other. We are just gonna stare. I see it as my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I too can feel my bones from time to time. I feel them right now. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Alfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it like kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Huh. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss-poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous. Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardian, more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes. Modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons? And chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. Uh-huh. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claims she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Aw, cute! I had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those, passed on to me before she passed? Left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Ooh, rumor unlocked! Caroline's grand greatsword once belonged to her grandmother. Allegedly, it's a gift from the dragons themselves. Very impressive, if true. Okay. Does that mean she's gonna lose her sword or something? And we're gonna have to make a quest to find it? We just need one more of these. Look at the little worms! This poor little guy. It's so cute. Her family has a leaving problem. At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No. Was the only kind she ever encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think. But never found a wyvern one in all her years. Oh, thank you so much for joining! Have a good one. It is getting pretty late. I do think I'm gonna wrap up here in like 20 or so minutes. But you have a good sleep. Have a good rest. I had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good Baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? So, you like dragons? I do. I do like dragons. Dragons are cool. They're fascinating creatures, very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little, really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, that's a good call. Then once my mom's car gets home, then we'll end the stream. Because Lord knows it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud in here. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all the magic. Expletives. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. Sometimes it does. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink and to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help. It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily and complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright. What can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked about quite a lot about how they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of a phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Okay. Shit. I don't know which one to do. Okay, so her order says if we're going to choose the Frosted Lagoon again, then we do it with fire chilies. If we choose the brain power, then we go all in on the brain power. Yeah, this is the all in on the brain power, but it also gives a good boost to charisma too. It's hard. Let's look at the quest that we had posted for it first. Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are available treasure to any alchemist, and saliva even more so, as it happens to certain vampire. It's... okay. I'm worried about her not getting the mouse aspect, the fact that chimeras are afraid of mice, if we go heavy on the defense. But if we give her a lot of intelligence, then she might be able to use the mouse to her advantage. I think we'll do, here it is. I think I'll do Sparkling Nebula, because I also haven't made it before, and I want to make all of the drinks. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and for all the rest of this. I'm a little nervous. I hope it'll work out. Figured it out. Thanks. Hope you seasoned it with some trickery. It does feel weird, like my brain is sparkling. No refunds. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less than might solve his problems. Might. The fact that he is actually sunbathing, though, is hilarious and unfortunate. But when was an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some nice in that mangrove. Exactly. Good. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Alright. We're gonna feed Andu. We're gonna sweep the floors. And we're calling it a night. I believe that that's also where I will... There we go. Assuming that the day had ended. That is also where I will call it for the night as well. But that's pretty much it. I'm really excited that we got to play this. I will be off on Thursday, obviously, because it is the 4th of July. And I will just be out doing things. But we'll be back on Saturday at 8 p.m. playing from this point on. And I'm really excited to keep talking. But that's pretty much all I got. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't have anything else. I have a huge backlog of videos that I need to edit and post on my YouTube. They're all the VODs for the last like 2 weeks. So I just need to get to editing those. But yay. Oh, hello, Jesse. I'm so glad. I hope it was relaxing. I'm glad that I got myself a whole glass of water before getting on, because that was absolutely imperative to being able to talk. I find it so funny that I complained early on, like when I was back playing Minecraft and things at the very beginning of my stream journey, about how hard it is to talk for a long time, that I picked out a game with literally talking in the title. one that has no voice acting and is all words only. But oh god, this game is cute. This game is so cute. That's all I have. I will see you guys on Saturday at 8 p.m. I'm so glad. I used to do voice acting and things very briefly. Took a few classes. Lost my talent for it just a little bit. But maybe this game will help me get it back. But that's all. I will see you guys on Saturday. I love you very much. Bye.